Connection. 1111. Wow.
Hi guys, welcome back to 1111. This is Universal Connection. Releasing the energy that's not needed. Okay, guys, welcome back to this reading, and I hope you guys are doing well. So we're going to be doing a reading. We're going to switch things up today. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing a reading. I think we're going to head and in understanding our journey, we want to ask, what does our ancestors tell us? What do we need to know in order for us to move ahead abundantly, right? That's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to start with our Witch Tarot deck. So I'm going to slide these along over here. Source, thank you for allowing this reading. May God and my angels and my ancestors protect me from any negative vibration, energy that might want to make chaos in my life. Please. And thank you for protecting me and through my journey, protecting the collective. Many blessings to everybody. So yeah, let's move along, and we're going to be trying to understand our journey. Hold on one second, guys. And moving ahead, as we move ahead, our period of transitioning, what we need to know. Thank you, Source. Okay, perspective. There's a need to know or to understand or wanting to comprehend and look at the way we look at things, and the way we acknowledge things, and the way that things can be perceived by others, right? And understanding that there might be some misunderstandings in these perspectives as you're looking at each other, right? To know that you or others can see things as not the way it is, right? Or the way it's represented, right? Of course, we're trying to make sense out of everything that is being presented to you. Trying to make sense. Also, of course, new ways of looking at things, or new ways of understanding, or new ways of creating or building things. New ways, perspective. Now, not everyone will have your perspective of seeing things. Not everyone would perceive things the way you perceive them. Not everyone should perceive your things the way everyone else perceive. I wanted to say that. I hope that makes sense to someone out there. Okay, so as we pick up the deck, let's see what else we need to know from our ancestors. Any messages? They want you to know that you are different, okay? And different at looking at things, okay? There's a need to be vulnerable, okay? To show who you really are, okay? Show who you really are, okay? In using your senses, okay? Your five senses, okay? And being aware, okay? There is temptation. Uh, why temptation? Why? I see being aware, five senses, being vulnerable. With the basically, I see being aware and taking self ownership, right? As well with hunger with the apple, right? The senses, right? And taking self ownership and being hungry for this, right? Um, and doing it differently, and it's a different perspective that you should be looking at things also too. Yes. Okay, so we have a few here. I see solitude. Okay, I see solitude. I see history. Okay, and belonging. Okay. But solitude is a moment of reflection, a moment of keeping away and away from a betrayal, away from staying away after a period of betrayal, a period of being brokenhearted. Okay, and needing that time to reflect with self, or needing that time to reflect and connecting to higher self, right? That's what I see with solitude. You know, of course, also watching out for making sure that you're not too closed off, that you know um it might hurt you in the long run. Okay, but that moment that was needed to reflect on things is needed, right? Where you do going through that right now. So then history, learning of your ancestors, right? Okay. Also with belongings, right? And learning, right? And learning on what means to basically go into history, learn of self, learn of your ancestors, and also understanding who you belong to now. That belonging, okay? That belonging of knowing self, the belonging of knowing who you are now fully, okay? It goes from your ancestors to your grandma to the people that were here before you, right? So yeah, so there's been many changes, there's been many changes throughout this whole process. There's been so many tower moments, I want to say, so many moments where you had to rebuild again and again. You had to go within self and work on self, okay? After this betrayal, this heartache, but uh, taking the time to reflect on who you really are, to reflect on the past and where you come from, who you really are, your lineage, right? Your history. And from that, okay, and as we see here with the crow, the egg, I think she has a snake, okay? This is like homegrown country, old, um, strong history right here, right? That's what I see. But learning from, I believe she was Jamaican, yeah. And Jamaica, as I was interrupted. But as we continue with Janet Frame here, also too, we have to look at her history too. Her history, I believe she's from New Zealand, sorry. And when we speak about Janet, I believe her story as a young woman, her brother suffered from seizures, but her two younger sisters had passed away at a very early age. And the story is, well, if you read about her, I believe she was sensitive or intuitive. If anything, I could say that, it really, it's a lot for a young woman to endure. And a doctor misdiagnosed her with schizophrenia, and I believe in her 20s, most of her 20s, she spent in psychiatric ward receiving electroshocks. She was able to escape lobotomy, and also was able later on to write a book about her ordeals, right? Not being misunderstood, right? And not knowing whom or what family or where do you belong, and just having those thoughts, right? Right? But learning history and dealings with your history of like a lot of things that you have dealt with, whether a lot of death or transformation in your life, whether good or bad, um, and just learning and connecting to family and connecting to the real lineage, not necessarily the people that you live with, but the people that you actually connect with, and wondering why you are the way you are, right? I like that message. So hopefully we won't get sidetracked again. So many blessings to everybody. It's from source to you guys. So what else the source ancestors want you to know? The vision. The vision. Being aware, in tune, right? Having that knowledge, right? Just like they did as well. Being aware, right? The vision and being aware of everything and the way everything flows, right? That we are all connected. Having that vision. Ooh. So that's the braid. The braid indicates to us is, yeah, your ancestors, right? The history. That's the braid. That's the braid. Your ancestors, the history that connects you. What else does your ancestors and source would like you to know at this moment? What else does your ancestors and source want you to know? Sorry. Okay, I know you guys like to look at the card Rebellion. Yes. Yeah, you have stood out. And you had to put a wall around you to protect yourself. Okay. You have stood out, and wildflower. Yeah. What else? Okay. We have the soul. The boar. Keep that right there. So with braid, we see with braid here that this indicates to us, okay, the identity of who you are, right? Like your fingerprints, your footprints, right? That's the identity, okay? Many times this also could show your struggles and your survival, right? As well as we can say that there has been many not opponents, but opinions on how you have managed life, right? As well as here with the rebellion, okay? And this shows that you've been always independent, right? Whether they see it like that or not, but you always been always stand out on your own, right? But in saying that, you also have been pushed yourself to build walls around you, right? Literally, like, build walls around you many times, but you have also kept yourself alone and isolated from others, right? Just like wildflowers. Well, not just like wildflowers. I don't want to say that, but when we look at wildflowers, we say that they are more like a beginning, like a like a how they just come and it's like a renewal, right? So you had to do that many times. You had to. Many may say that you're a chameleon or a shapeshifter, right? You have done that. You have built walls around you. But definitely, like a wildflower, there's always a renewal of you. And also, like a reawakening, I want to say, with the soul. Look at her. Right? It's like a reawakening with the soul. Emily Dickinson, beautiful. Like, come on. Emily Dickinson was the epitome of like refusing the orthodox, right? The refusing the well, her family lived a very social life, okay? She refused the conventional. She refused their way of thinking, their way of living. Okay, so she devoted her life to what? Poetry. She devoted her life to just looking at the beauty of things. This yeah. How many poems when she passed away, how many poems did they find of her, right? Yeah. That's exactly this you right there perspective. The poor, like, this is her, right? And remember, these two came out together with her, and then you have the boar. Many people are not happy about this. Many people are not happy that you get to live this life, that you are doing this. Clarified by the siren. Many people are not happy that you get to hide and do your own thing. Are you serious? So many people are not okay with that. They don't understand. And many, like your ancestors, just like your ancestors, they were not understood. So when you had to go in and check in for yourself and like, wait, why am I like this? Why, they many have misdiagnosed you with medical or saying that you're crazy. I'm sorry, I can't even speak right now. I don't know, for some reason I can't speak today. That's been the whole day. So, but many have said that you're crazy, that what's wrong with her? Why is she doing this? Why is she doing that, right? But many, just like yourselves, many of your ancestors were treated the same way. Okay, mushrooms. Okay, and what are mushrooms, right? They grow anywhere you put them at, right? Anywhere. Mushrooms can grow anywhere, okay? With love. You make love grow anywhere you go. Okay? You make love grow anywhere you go. There's love there. Okay? Many people do not understand what's going on. They do not understand. Many do not understand the motivation, the reasoning, the why, right? You have justice here. Okay? Everything will be clarified. Everything will be just right. Everything will be fair. Okay? There might be a few sacrifices, but oh my. And I say that I'm going to pick all these cards up right now because I'm going to show you something. Okay, this is what we need to be careful. People do not understand what you're about. Okay, people don't. There is perspective. Okay, you can see things blue and they see it green. Okay, people do not understand your history or your who you are. Okay, blah blah blah. But it's not their job for them to understand, okay? But they wanna. You know how people are. People are just curious and they just want to know, why is she acting like that, right? Okay, so anyway, so let's skip that, all of that. I digress. So when we come to mushrooms, okay, we know that mushrooms grow everywhere. And I tell you, wherever you go, love goes and love grows, okay? This is who you are. This is not something that, this is not a act. This is not something that you're doing for fun. This is not for show. This is not something, this is who you are, okay? This is what they don't understand. They're trying to make sense of it. They're trying to make sense of it, but there's nothing to make sense of, okay? Because this is who you are. Oh, but we know when she was like younger, or when she was this, or when I met her, she never like, okay? But this is not for them to understand. This is the growth that you had to do. This is your journey. This is who you are. You make things grow. You can turn anything ugly and make it grow. Okay? And then this is what I get, justice. When we see justice, okay, I see the sword. Okay? To me, I see like a sacrifice. Okay? And people might think that this is what you're doing, sacrificing chickens or whatever the hell it is. But I also see it in another way, okay? I also see it another way. There will be justice, okay? Not by you sacrificing anything, because that's not the way you work and that's not what you're doing, okay? But when we speak about perspective, this is what other people think, okay? Some people are so narrow-minded that this is what people think, okay? Now with the chicken, and when I said that there might be, listen to me, okay? Now I see that there might be people working black magic towards you because they think that you're working black magic. This is not what you're doing. And this is what has happened to all your ancestors. When we speak about self-protection, this is something that must be done. This is what we do. People might think that you're doing this, but you're not. So they might do it to you, or they have done it to your ancestors. Okay? This is how narrow-minded people are. You're here about growing love, hey, la 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 la, this is what we're doing, and he's over here like, hey, listen, don't get me wrong, you have the power to manifest anything you want. You have the strength. You know who you are. Yes, but no, okay? We're not sacrificing no chicken, okay? You have justice. You will receive that justice. You will receive fairness for your ancestors and for you. Okay? The lore, the people talking, the lore. Okay? All those hags speaking, talking, thinking that they know, the cackle. Okay? Should I explain anything else? You know, I've been sensing something, and I'm like, you know what? Let me pick up this deck. Okay? Let's see what else the cack with the Lord needs to say. Let's see. Noose. Hang them. Hang them all. That's what they saying. This is driven by fear. Threat. Okay? Okay? Fear, threat. Okay? Why are they so scared? Scared of healing. Scared of you healing. scared that you have healing powers. Okay? Community. Getting recognition from a community. Brave. You are brave. You will stand on your own. You will receive. And you will make the story of a lifetime. Yes. Maybe you might write your own biography, autobiography, right? Maybe I might write my own autobiography. You never know. Spider. Yeah. Creating. Creating. It's like it's like a knowing. Like just being able to create this is it takes dedication, right? And focus, right? It takes dedication and focus. But it's the knowing. It's the knowing. I want to say it's the knowing for me. Yes. It's also you understanding everything now. As you understanding and you're grabbing everything in and understanding everything, right? What else? Yes. You're gonna give recognition. Many blessings to everybody. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, the eye. Yeah. Humanity. Help, being able to help. Yeah. And understanding. You have the eye and humanity. Yeah. You see, it just is so poetic. Now you see the vision. Now you see things more clearly, you know. Now you see where you stand. Now you have a better understanding, right, of self, right, and where you at right now, and what's your journey, right? Because you did the work. Okay, you have, again, with the humanity, it's knowing who you are now, right? And knowing that there's no you without them. We are all connected to nature, right? Receiving redemption. Yes, yes. Understanding that that's who you are. This is who you are. You are who you are. The wall. Building boundaries. Okay? You will build those boundaries. Protecting yourself. And book. And just learning. Learning more. Yes. Fantasy. Creating Emily Bronte, right? Creating creating what's true to you. Creating your vision of a home, right? Your vision of what you love, what you see. And recreating. Rebrandishing, I want to say. It's like you're breaking the mold of what people think is a home, right? Yeah, recreating something that you think. And receiving justice. Yeah. I like this read. It was really nice. Okay. This is from your ancestors. Okay. Okay, and now source, this is for the collective and see what messages they need to know. We have strength. Okay, having courage. Okay, let's see. I see focus. Okay. You're overcoming some obstacles, some issues that you've been going through. Okay, you have also the Princess of Cups. I'm sorry I didn't show you. So again, with the courage, okay, and overcoming some obstacles that you've been dealing with, okay. Having to have courage, okay. It makes it difficult picking up the card, sorry. So this is the Princess of Cups. Okay, so with the Princess of Cups, we have here that there's a moment of self-expression, okay, and being vulnerable again. Once again, we saw that in the prior, right? Being vulnerable. You're going to be receiving messages subconsciously, right? The Queen of Wands, okay? This is wanting to stay open and be open, okay? You're very dynamic, okay? This is the Knight of Wands, okay? As well as you wanting to chase your dreams, you're also being guarded, okay? But I see you chasing your dreams and being open and receptive, but as well as being guarded to certain things and certain people, okay? With the Six of Cups. Yes. So this is memories from the past, right? Maybe restarting old relationships or looking at old relationships, right? Remembering the good times of the past. Remembering the innocence of the times back in the days. Not the recent past, but also the back. The innocence of the times. Those memories. Okay. The Eight of Swords. Is there a feeling? There was a feeling of restriction, being trapped in the mental mind. At one point, you needed permission to do a lot of things that you wanted to do. Try to not make amendments with old love, I want to say. Okay, there will be justice. Again, there was another justice card before, so there would be things that would be fixed or fair, or fairness would be at play. Five of Cups, fairness would be at play. With Five of Cups, you're being guarded. You're going to stay guarded with the Five of Cups. You know that there were setbacks, okay? The sadness and people that are broken or bitter and broken, okay? You want nothing to do with that. You're moving ahead. That's right. You don't want nothing to do with that. You're moving ahead to better terrain. Maybe, hopefully, a better future for yourself. Build a future that you see for yourself. You're taking a step forward. Seeking better opportunities for yourself with the world. I knew this card was gonna come out. I knew this card was gonna come out, and I said it before. This is gonna be a moment where it's gonna be a completion, like where you need to really feel proud. Like really feel proud, because you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna feel really proud of yourself. Okay? And you're gonna move forward, okay? You're gonna be able to celebrate a huge win. You're going to, I see the Justice card here. You're gonna move forward, okay? You started with the Strength. There's a huge win coming, okay? There's gonna be some, like, I can't even explain it. You got the Justice card. You're moving ahead with the Two of Wands. And we're reflecting here on the lost. Wow. Besides everything, people are going to accept you for who you are. You're going to accept people for who they are, whether good or bad, okay? But of course, you're going to put those boundaries, because we spoke about that already. But you know that you're part of something much bigger than I think you realize and they realize. Okay? You're going to be something, it's going to be a huge one. Okay. Let me, I was going to say, let me calm down. Let me calm down. No, but this is huge. This is huge. This is huge. Huge. Okay? Three of Pentacles. There's going to be collaboration. There's going to be collaboration. Okay? You're no longer going to be feeling restricted. Okay? There's going to be justice and collaboration. You're going to be able to move forward. Okay? And setting those boundaries moving forward. Okay? But as well, it's going to be cooperation. Okay? And people like looking for you for your artistic ways. Okay? The 5. What did I say? Did I say 5? I didn't say the 5. I did say the 5, but I didn't mean to say the 5. The King of Cups on the reverse. Okay? The King of Cups on the reverse. So this is basically telling us that this is just, there's going to be a moment to brag about like social status. Like, wow. There's been some emotional abuse with this King of Cups. There's been some emotional abuse, or maybe you haven't endured emotional abuse. I'm looking at the loss and the 3, right? I'm looking at the loss and the 3 of Pentacles, right? Either there's been some, maybe you have endured some emotional abuse, some toxicity, some low vibrational individuals, 3 people that have been around you, okay? With the 3 of Pentacles, okay? The Fool. Moving on, being optimistic, moving into the unknown, moving ahead into the unknown. Temperance, well, tempering and balancing and being able to balance in peace and patience and moderation harmoniously in these relationships. Okay, having a more of a clear vision about this whole thing. With the Ace of Swords, is cutting through the BS, basically. Okay. What else we need to know about this? The Emperor. Okay. When we see the Emperor, we see wealth, okay, stability, and being responsible, okay. Stick to your plans as well, okay. You're being highly, yeah. You're gonna have a clear vision, okay, on what you want in business and wealth, okay. Being stable and responsible. Did I say that? Yeah. Very solid, okay. The Two of Swords, okay. Two of Swords is it describes to us as time has to make a decision now, okay. This is the time to gather some information that needs to be gathered, okay. No longer sitting on the fence about something, okay. The High Priestess, I'm gonna leave it right here. This is going to a capable advisor, okay. Also having the power of consciousness of the mind, okay. So if we're speaking about this, is you're going to be able to and be consciously or subconsciously aware and have the sacred knowledge of what's happening, okay. So intuition will definitely guide you. You have the answers that you need, okay. Remember, this is something that's going to happen, and that's it. I'm just gonna leave it right there. There's nothing else to know. Sources telling me not to tell you too much, okay, but you are fully aware of what's happening, okay. Many blessings. Into the next read.